Hello, good evening, guys. My name is Showtime Shauna for short. I know the submission, you're like, damn, this girl is just not doing her submission. Listen, when you wear multiple hats and you're doing the work, and I know y'all be doing the work, sometimes things kind of fall by the wayside, and, you might be a little late with some things, not as timely as you want to be, but guess what? I'm still going to make this deadline. So the East Lake Tenants Union is a project that I founded. It's very near and dear to my heart because I was directly affected going through this, which is how this project was birthed. So the East Lake Tenants Union is a union of all members who reside under East Lake management, past and present, organizing to improve the quality of life in all buildings. So through our organizing, we are really educating, uplifting, and changing the narrative, because for so long, subsidized tenants specifically have not had the resources to be able to take control and combat mismanagement. So with this project, we have been organizing unions in several of these buildings, and we have seen under this management, the management has sold off buildings or has just been kicked out because of their poor management skills. So buildings in disrepair, building code violations, heinous acts of retaliation towards tenants, a whole bunch of things that are going on in these buildings. So by forming these unions, we want to have tenants assert their rights as tenants in these buildings, and then educate them into what we are working on, which is tenant ownership. So we want tenants to be at the forefront. We really want tenants to take control of their buildings. It's more than just, okay, we have a meeting, we meet, we talk about our issues. No, we're about to buy. So with the funding that we are seeking, we want to, for one, educate people on tenant ownership. We've already started doing that a little bit with our own. We're just really making it work. We ain't got no money, we ain't got none of that. We're just making it work. But we do have some people that have donated some of their time. We have tenants that have also done some research on tenant ownership and educating them on that so that they know, hey, this is actually an option. Like, I didn't know that we can actually, as a community, because in these buildings there's already a community there, and with the union it's even been more of a community. More you checking on your neighbor, make sure they have some breakfast, or getting them a cup of coffee, or checking out their apartment just to make sure they're doing okay, doing wellness checks on seniors. There's already a sense of community. So really building on that and instilling in tenants that you can buy your building. We don't have to suffer like this. We can have our own community in these buildings. So by forming this cooperative community, we are, working to really improve the lives, really be impactful, not only under East Lake, but also sending a message to other tenants under other management companies who are also in the struggle, other subsidized tenants, sending them like, create your own communities. We need to be in a cooperative community. We need shared responsibility, shared community. We need to be able to lean on one another. We should not prioritize profit, greed, destruction over people. And what has been taking place is, in these buildings, there has been so much of that. So people, even to fathom that we can be at the forefront, that we can actually truly make a difference, is a little hard for people. So by using the funds to educate, to mobilize, to have classes, to help form structures that we need, and as purchasing these buildings as well, this will definitely help support us in those different ways. And in ways we have had to lean on people or just seek other ways because we do not have funds. But listen, where there is a will, there is a way. And we're going to make a way. Is it a little harder? Yeah. But you still got to do the work, right? So in other ways that we could use that support is, for one, getting us out. You see, I got the EOTU. Come on. I got that on. So if we got people that know about us, that support our work, and we do have some supporters, sharing our message about who we are, what we do, informing people in the community, because these buildings are saturated, north side, south, west, east. So spread the word, like, we're here. We need your support. Also working with other organizations who have dealt with East Lake, like MTO, Stop Chicago, and leaning on other people who have bought their buildings, leaning on other tenants, other stories in Chicago and beyond who have been able to organize and buy their buildings. That is not only inspiring to tenants, but it's also like, this can be done. This is not just a dream. This is reality. This can be done. So getting, information from them, messages, uplifting, support, hell, a template on how they did it, a blueprint on how they did it, that is also very helpful. And then speaking of working and collaborating with other funded projects, I'm so glad that I got to meet these wonderful people while doing this program, because I'm actually talking with Reverend Bernadine about specifically how in her community in Chatham, how they've been able to do some type of ownership and have a stake in where they live. So I was just like, Reverend, could you please lend the people a hand? And she has been willing to do that and work with us. So that's one way. And then also with them doing a food co-op in our buildings, when we do take over and as we are creating our own communities, maybe having a pantry, collaborating on opening up a pantry. And so we don't have to travel far and wide because we already live in food deserts. And we also have something that's affordable, sustainable, and for us. There are people doing all this work from different parts of the city, and then you guys have even given us recommendations of people who are doing the work in the country, period. So us being a part of that blueprint of this is what a solidarity economy looks like, this is how you can achieve that, and this is how you can promote it amongst your community and beyond, because we also have to reach out and touch the community in which we currently reside in, the demographic that we are in, the demographic that's us, like my Black people. I want to reach out and touch and pull them back into this. I want them all to be a part of this. So being a part of that, so that they are aware of what we're doing and forming this solidarity economy. And then I also would like to show like a before and after. Before we joined and got information and knowledge from the Black Solidarity Economy Fund, and after. So they can see the improvement in how this really works. So again, being a part of that blueprint and that testament of what didn't work and what does, like collective decision making, which is something that was completely new to me. How we don't want to exclude people, we don't want to cause harm or keep upholding structures that have kept us down and oppressed. We want to operate in a new space, in this new community under the Black Solidarity Economy Fund. So I am very grateful for this opportunity. We at ELTU are grateful. I wish everybody, the tenants could have been a part of this, but it was like a single type of thing or whatever, but this is an amazing thing, and I'm so glad I found this and I was a part of this, and I'm able to work with folks who are doing the real work that everybody needs to see, that should be highlighted, that should be viral, because this is the meaningful things that our communities need. So thank you guys so much.